get myself a haircut. Keep in mind we're still in quarantine. I call myself the wrestling enthusiast. One simple reason. I love wrestling. And I've been watching how wrestling has been evolving over the past couple of years since I started watching it since I was 3 years old. I remember when I watched on TV when I was a little kid, Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter. When I saw that on my television screen, to see all the gimmicks and the characters in the world of professional wrestling, I started getting hooked. What you gonna do when the wrestling enthusiast runs wild on you? Then I remember the Attitude Era when Stone Cold Steve Austin fought against The Rock back in the late 90s. It was one of my personal all-time favorite rivalries to ever happen in wrestling. And that's the bottom line, because a wrestling enthusiast said so. Once the 2000s and 2010s decade came in pro wrestling, it started to evolve into these situations where we haven't seen since the 1980s. These territories that started coming around, and the independent promotions started popping up, and they started showcasing some world-class athletes that from all over the world that captured the big promotion's attention, and how the talent pool was taken a look at from that time ever since. John Cena, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, yeah, they're cool. But have you heard about Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, Keith Lee, Mia Yim, Io Shirai, Chris Bay, Kylie Ray? Or what about Jacob Fatu? I've always enjoyed critiquing wrestling events, big and small, because I always like to understand, what wrestling and fans enjoy with such events, that whether they think that the show is phenomenal, or if they're scarred by the total botch fest that they just witnessed in person. Ever watch Heroes of Wrestling from back in 1999? Stay away from that. You'll be scarred for life. A lot of backstage politics currently inside the WWE right now, and who needs to be with these bookers that always with these bullshit writers, and then these ass clown bookers who can't even book a shelf. Ricochet, Sasha Banks, Bray Wyatt, they're all 20 times more popular than King Corbin. So who should be the main event of the show? King Corbin. What the fuck? Maybe 10 years from now, when the wrestling business improves further, we can see a lot less bullshit from the bookers as soon as Vince steps down or is gone. These new set of rules of how they're supposed to cut a promo because of old man Vince. It's a very dangerous time to be a WWE employee. They're word privileges. That's all they are. A book of temporary word privileges. And I'm just trying to show my opinions of what I think about the wrestling situations, but I also discuss it in a way that's from a comics angle, and then do it in a way that's also relatable and logical, and relates it to the wrestling fan. The Wrestling Enthusiast Real Talk Podcast. Check it out here on YouTube.